What's up, guys? Coach Joshua here again. So this week I wanted to talk about an aspect of bodybuilding and working out in general that most people don't do, and it's warming up. Now, a lot of people think that it's just, you do some light stretching, maybe do one set with, 50% of the weight you intend to use for your working sets, and you're good to go. That is cutting it way too fast, and I mean, we all know how you feel. I mean, sometimes you're stiff, your muscles are cold, depending what time of year it is. Could be snowing outside when when you go to the gym. Could be 5 degrees or something. Everything works better when it's warmed up. You don't want to go in stiff and cold and unprepared because you're just asking for injury. And if you don't get injured, if you're young, you can get away with it, and most people, that's why they don't do it, but you really should. But if you don't get injured, you are still cutting yourself short with the workout. You're not going to be able to do as much as you can, and you're going to tax out faster. It's just a fact. It's what happens. Now, what you really should do, and I already did a whole video on stretching. If you're not familiar with what you should do and what kind of stretching, I suggest you go check that out. But you should incorporate stretching in your warm-up. But what you should do is there's two main warm-ups people do. There's the cardio, where you might jump on the stair mill or treadmill or elliptical or whatever you want for maybe 10 minutes, and then they start doing the the half the weight set, like I already talked about in the working set. That's too fast. The other warm-up is more exercise specific. So say you're going to do something like the bench press. Then you're going to warm up doing sets of the bench press, because you're going to warm up doing exactly what you intend to do for the workout. That's my favorite one, and that's what I always suggest. Now, if you want the best warm up, you should incorporate all of it. 5 to 10 minutes, on the cardio machine first, and I mean, you don't. This isn't training for like a marathon with endurance. The warm-up is intended to get the muscles ready, the tendons, the joints, increase your heart rate. You should be sweating a little bit, but you don't want to be taxing yourself. It's just warming up. So, it gets a nervous system ready, and it also puts a lot of people in the right mental focus and the mental place they need to be in for the gym and for the workout. I can't tell you how many times clients show up and they got all this other crap on their mind, and you got to focus on what you're doing here. Not only focus on, the workout for the obvious reason that, most people, when you get into it, you enjoy it. But I mean, you don't want to get injured. You want to have proper form, everything. It takes mental focus. So the best one you could do, 5 to 10 minutes cardio, do your warm-up sets. And depending what level you're going up to, you just want to do a nice percentage. Like hypothetically, let's say you're going to work with 225 on the bench press. What I would do is I'd probably start out with somewhere around 100 pounds on the bar, and then for some people, I mean, if you can do 225 as your working sets, then you don't need to do an empty bar. I have, depending on what level, you can't start with just the empty bar and get the movements ready and all that. But I would suggest around 100 pounds. You can evenly do whatever, 95 pounds. You could do that with a 45-pound bar. I mean, 25, you got it. Then after that, I probably would just go up to the 135. And then after that, I'd probably go up to 185. And then good to go on the 225. You should progressively have the steps going up. And all those sets don't even count towards your working sets. Those are warm-up sets. That's all it is. You're warming it up. You're getting what you're going to use ready for the main weight movement. Now, once you do that, don't think you have to all the time. If you're still doing the chest, you're going to do flies or something like that, you don't have to warm up with those sets after. The first exercise, the main compound exercise that you should be doing first anyway, because compound movements should always come before isolation movements, that's the one you warm up on. Otherwise, after that, you're good to go. If you're going to hit something else, then make sure that's warmed up also with one exercise. Unless, I mean, if you're doing something that also targets that, like maybe like triceps after or something, they're already going to be fairly warmed up. You could still do a warm-up set, but it doesn't take that much. But the first exercise, the big compound one for the day, the main muscle groups you're working, that one is the one you want to warm up on. So please, if you haven't had an injury yet, as we all get older, it's going to get more and more important. to do that. And you're going to need to dedicate more and more time to warming up the older you get also. Doing it when you're younger is just going to improve everything as you age. And that's what we all want. We want to be able to do this for as long as possible, stay in the best shape as possible. And you can do this, you know, forever. If you don't injure yourself, you do it smart, and you know, you don't go crazy like it's a marathon or something. You know, just progressive. And part of working out, part of bodybuilding should be the warm-up. Should also be stretching. That should incorporate that, but should be the warm-up. So if you want my opinion on the best one, 5 to 10 minutes on the cardio, do one warm-up set, then do some stretching. At least is what I like to do. Then I'll do another warm-up set, then I might do some more stretching. You know, just hold each stretch for 10-15 seconds, you know, up to 30 seconds for a nice max. And that's it. And then by the time you hit the heavy sets, you're warmed up, you're good, you should feel nice and strong, and you're ready to go. So that's it. Please follow the blog, or the link to the blog is down below. Please go check that out. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Anything you guys want to talk about, leave comments. Feel free. I'd love to engage with you guys. Otherwise, I guess that's about it. Keep on living, everybody.